Hey guys, I'm back with another weekly development log. As you guys can tell, the art has been improved since last week with those very basic tiles. So this was pretty much the majority of my work this week, as I am a terrible artist, so this it's not even that good, but it took me a long time to put all this together. So I didn't get a bunch of development done this week, which was kind of unfortunate, but this kind of had to be done to start getting an idea. So I put in background, kind of a mountain background, which I think the theme of the first area is going to be. So got a few layers, got the sky background, and then background mountains, and then the front mountains. And as you can tell, got the parallax scrolling in there that I implemented last week. So happy with how that's looking. Then I also put in some basic tiles. So I have the tile sets, the tiles broken up into this area right here, which is for ramps and stuff, and then I have down here, which is a set of 4 tiles split like this for repeating, and they don't go together super well right now for some reason when there's a break in the tile. So these tiles right here are all continuous, and then at another portion of the sprite sheet these are there, and this causes these lines to be here for some reason, which I gotta figure out, which might just be a drawing thing. And I stupidly put in, I wanted to make these repeating tiles kind of go over the tile to make it look even more continuous. I thought it would look cool, but obviously I did not take it into account. If it's merged with some other kind of tile set, it just kind of cuts off. So I'm gonna have to fix that, and when there's some grass stuff, there's also some bad clipping there, so I'll need to touch those up. Again, these are not final, I just needed to get a good idea of a color scheme and style so I can start working on level stuff in the future. And when it comes to the ground nodes, like I was talking about in the past, this is essentially why I wanted it, because the top of the tile is like right where my mouse cursor's at, like right along this line. But I was able to put the ground nodes below it, so it would appear that the player is walking on the grass opposed to walking on top of the tile. So that's why I have the ground nodes, and it's also a bit more efficient. So happy with how that turned out. So I also made some improvements in the level editor. I'll go ahead and run that. Oh, stupid frickin' linking errors. And yeah, this is my basic switching right now, just commenting out the game. I want to get the editor to be a standalone program, but I kind of got to implement the file explorer first so I can pull in files. I don't have to put them in via code and reference all the engine stuff directly. So once I put that in, it'll eventually go to a standalone program so I can use it for other things as well. So as you can tell, I got some improvements here. I put in the background as an option here, so you can place tiles and kind of see how it goes with the level. I only have a couple the background repeating a couple times, so that's why there's some clipping just for testing purposes. And I also implemented checkboxes, so you can turn on and off the background. And then I have a snap grid, so like before with tiles, it's always been they go along a grid, but if you take that off, then you can place them wherever you'd like. And right now, the boxes and the ground you can place wherever you like. The snap grid doesn't apply. So I may change that in the future, but I don't know, since tiles are the only thing I really care about being set. Also have a drag feature here, which was on by default before, which just allows you to draw wildly, whereas if you take it off, you can't draw now, you gotta place one by one. which I put in. I turned it off by default now because of the new system I have, so I scroll in order to change the tile index and stuff, so having to go one up one, dragging does not really is not useful at all here. So, but in the future I kind of want to put in kind of a scrolling index, so you could say scroll between tiles 0 and 10, and you'll just scroll and kind of drag along, and each time you put down a new tile it'll increment the index, so making these continuous lines would become a lot easier. But yeah, it'll take quite a bit of work, and I'm still need to put in some back-end stuff to the game. So that's kind of where I sit right now. Next week I want to put in lighting. I was going to work on inventory, but I feel lighting should come first since that's more engine specific. And what I was thinking about doing was putting in lighting so I could put normals here, so it would appear as if when the light comes in from this direction, this side would get lit and then this other side would have shadow to it. But I didn't want to have to make a normal map for every player, texture, everything. So I'm going to just kind of do an ambient model, so I'll have a day-night system, and then I'll have a light overlay, and based upon what time of day it is, it'll calculate how intense it is, and it'll just overlay it on the screen and light that specific area. So it'll be simple, but I think effective for what I want to do, and it'll save me a bunch of time opposed to other model I was thinking about. So look forward to that next week. Again, if you guys want to see anything in the game or have suggestions, leave a comment below. If you like what you see, go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to see more of this game, go ahead and subscribe. Thanks, guys.